says live. So I'm gonna go with live. I think we're live.
Yeah, it says that sometimes, but then it's like it's full of crap.
Well, let me check my phone
Now
and
we're good. I got the I'm putting the chat going into the chat room.
órale,
If anybody
órale.
wants to say hello, let us know if you can see us or if
Yeah.
you cannot. Hey, dude. So what's up, man?
What's up?
How was your day, sir?
Oh man, my day was all right, man. Today, I went to work today, and as we were discussing earlier, I get 3 day weekends all the time. I get Fridays off all the time. So, coupled with Labor Day, I get 4 day weekend this time around, and that's all right, man. That's all right.
4 day
You
weekend.
know,
Isn't it fucking sad that the highlight of our years are 3 day and 4 day weekends? Isn't that a little
yeah,
depressing? Like
it
to
is.
say, like that's all we look forward to. Hey, when's the next 3 day weekend? Oh, I can't wait for that shit. Why can't every day be a wonderful day? Why can't every
Yeah.
day be a podcast, man? Those are my best
Yeah.
days. Those are my
Yeah,
best
man.
days. Honestly, I always look forward to doing this shit. I mean, whether it's 3 people, 2 people watching us, or 500,
Right.
I just enjoy the conversation, man. Especially, you know, dealing
Right
with this
on.
cabin fever, brother. Shit.
Shit, I got you. Hey, let me ask you a question. Um, I see you wearing your LAFC hat, and that's great. I know that the team hasn't been in LA very long.
Yes,
They've
sir.
only been in LA for what, like 3 years, 4 years,
Mm-hmm.
maybe less. I'm not even sure. How does one person? How do you decide that you're going to be a fan of the team before the team even materializes? You
I
know what I
was
mean?
yeah.
Because I know
It's,
you've been a fan. I know you've been a fan.
I was a fan before. I was a fan before there was even they even had players. I was a
That's what I'm
fan.
saying. How do you decide?
I
How do
bought
you
my
decide to be
seasons.
a fan of a team that doesn't exist yet? How does that work?
Well, just I'm a supporter of Los Angeles. Like
All right, I
like
dig it.
okay, so LAFC and the LA Galaxy have a rivalry, right? Fans
Right,
of Galaxy hate the LAFC. LAFC fans hate the Galaxy. It's kind of like the Dodgers and Angels, where Dodgers fans hate. But it wasn't even always like that. I'll be honest with you, I rooted for the Angels when I was a kid. They were my
right,
American League team, and then they won the World
right,
Series, and all this shit talking started, and f you and f that and
right,
the Angels. I think it's the shit talking that makes your mind like, oh, you know what? Screw that team. I'm gonna root for this team. Like, you know what I mean?
right,
Like, nah,
right.
and I still have no hate for the Angels, man. I actually enjoy going to an Angel game, like just as much as I enjoy going to a Dodger game. To be honest with you, baseball to me
Right,
is
right.
better live. I can't watch it
I
on
like
TV anymore.
baseball. Yeah, you're right. I like baseball. I like. Hey, well, listen. I don't know if Hefty is ready. I don't know if he
I'm
can
ready.
hear us, but
I can hear you. I can hear
Hefty,
you.
what's up, brother?
Yeah, what's up with
Welcome
you,
to the
Don
show.
Hefty?
Thank you for joining
Don
us.
Dog.
Hefty. I remember Don Hefty. So I don't know if you know this, but Don Hefty made the mixes for our radio show back when I was at Playboy Radio en Español.
That's right.
It used to be Don
Is that right?
Hefty
You're in the mix.
with Don. Hey, dude, those
How
are
do
some
you
good ass mixes, bro.
And I still play them to this day.
how do you say
Dude,
Can you guys hear
how
me?
do you say Playboy in Spanish? Yeah, we can hear you.
Playboy. Juega
I know it's
niño.
Playboy, right? I know it's
Niño
Playboy,
juega.
but
Niño de
exactly?
juegas.
How would you translate? How would you translate
How would you
Playboy?
translate many things from English to Spanish? I mean, we go over this shit all the time, right?
Yeah, no, actually, you know what? That's a great topic because my brother and I we do this shit all the time, and sometimes we do it to each other all
Can
the
you guys
time
hear
and see
me?
if we can figure it out. Yeah,
Okay,
we can hear
cool.
you.
Do you ever
Sometimes we.
do you ever say something to your brother and then see and don't tell him what it means and see if he can
Yes,
decipher it?
exactly, bro. Like for example, I the other day when we had Ariana
Yeah,
on the show, and
yeah,
she was talking about somebody with sangre pesada or heavy
Oh
blood.
yeah.
yeah.
I'm
Heavy
like,
blood.
that's exactly what my brother and I do to each other. We're like, you know what, dude? Fuck that guy. He's got heavy blood. And some people don't understand it. Like, what the fuck? Heavy blood? Like this person is really nice. He has light blood, sangre liviana.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there's a bunch of, I'm trying to think of any a specific example of shit that I will say to my brother in English, that is like a direct translation from something in Spanish that makes no sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like no mames, don't suck. I mean, I guess
don't suck. Oh, okay. So
that translates.
yeah, well, it does. But when you actually add the word "no mames way," all
Yeah,
right, a way is a lot of people think that a way is a bull. It's not.
it's a
A way,
yak.
it's a yak.
Yes.
Exactly. It's a
So,
fucking
don't
yak.
suck, yak.
Don't suck, yak. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, I've been sucked many a times when she act.
Oh, wait a minute. So
Ayo.
okay, what's the
Ayo.
hey, what's the equivalent in Ecuador? Because I know you're Ecuadorian, Don, of way, like huevon. Like I know Chilenos say huevon. Like they call each other huevon, and
Uh,
and then the Argentinians call each other boludos.
we
And
say
then the Colombians call each other marica. Oye, marica. Like so, like Ecuador. What's the word? Do they have one?
we
Is
say
there slang?
boludo. We say boludo.
You guys say boludo also?
Yeah, we say boludo. We also use, ironic, we also use the word brode. Oh, yeah, brode.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, dude. There's different dialects or different Spanishes that do use the brother. Oh yeah, brother. Yeah, in Mexico there's parts that say brother. They used to call el Jorge Campos, the goalie for Mexico back in like the 90s. They used to call him el brother, el brother. He's a little.
There's a lot of words like for us, like a bad word is chucha, which is the female body part. So like when someone wants to really insult you, they'll tell you,
Right.
"Oye, chucha tu madre."
Yeah.
Right.
basically,
Right. Okay.
And chucha is female dog in Mexico.
That's chucho,
Exactly.
right?
Chucha is also female dog.
Chucho or
Well,
chuchita.
Yeah, exactly.
So when you
Okay,
say
so I
chucha
got a
tu
funny
madre, so chucha tu madre translated in English is pussy your mother.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so in Mexico, we don't use the word chucha. In some parts of Mexico, we use the word chocha, which is pretty much it, and it means the exact same thing. Chocha, right? It means vagina.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
Puerto Rico,
You
it's like that,
remember-
right?
Yeah, in Puerto Rico too. If you
Yeah,
don't
chocha.
remember this, you have to go back and watch the Return of the Jedi. There is a scene in Return of the Jedi where Princess Leia, she crashes in that speeder bike, and then the Ewok finds her, Wicket, the Ewok, and she's like knocked out, and he comes up and he pokes her with a stick. When he pokes her with a stick, he says, "Chocha."
What
Bro,
the?
when I was a kid and I saw Return of the Jedi in the theater, all right, and he pokes her with a stick and he goes, "Chocha." There was like this, like immediate silence in the theater.
Who
And
were
then
you with?
I was with my mom and dad, bro, and my brother, and there was this immediate silence in the theater. Like this was in Huntington Park on
Yeah.
Pacific Boulevard, like California.
At the California theaters?
And I think it was the Warner, whatever the fuck it was. But anyway, immediate silence, and then followed by an eruption of fucking laughter. Because, dude, basically what it translates into is this Wicket, the Ewok, is poking, Princess Leia, and he's like, pussy. You know what I mean? It's like, oh shit.
He knew.
shit.
He knew.
This is not a Disney movie. This is
This
definitely
is
not a
not.
Disney movie. Hey, dude, you want to hear something funny? So I took my kids to go watch a movie. I forgot what movie it was. And it was a kids movie, but I can't remember what. I think it was King Kong when King Kong came out.
That was like
No.
15 years ago, right? A long time ago.
It's been a while. No,
Or
the
Skull
new,
Island.
the new
Skull
one,
Island? Okay.
the newest one, yeah. And
Right.
I remember it was sold out, so we're like, shit, what movie should we watch? Right? What movie should we go to watch? There's not like all these that I go, fuck it, let's watch Neighbors. Neighbors with you know what I'm talking about,
Oh,
right?
yeah. With Zac Efron.
Yeah. So granted, my son is like 11, and I think my other boy was 9. And we go in, and right from the get-go, they're on the couch doing it, right? They have the baby off to the side, and they're going at it. And dude, my son yells in the theater, "Papa, what kind of movies do you bring me to see?" And it's fucking dude,
Oh,
talk about awkward. Talk about awkward. I'm like, shh. I'm like quiet. So, like at the end of the movie, we watched the whole movie, but I was like, fuck it, dude. We got to get out of here before the lights come on. Like, I don't want people seeing me. And we were at the theater that's right around the corner from the Ice House. That they have like a date night, which is like two you get 2 tickets for $10 and 2 popcorns and 2 sodas.
At the Airmark?
No, it's not. No, it's Regency.
Okay.
But it's right around the corner. It's like a month later, the movies and shit. It's cheap.
The discount. Yeah.
It's 4 of us. It's 4 of us. So we went over there. Yeah, dude. That was freaking. Yeah, that was. I told my son, dude, don't be doing shit like that, man.
Well, just like to go on that, like I was in the car just the other day with my mom, and Banda Machos has a song called Las Nachas. I don't know if you guys heard that song. Yeah. Like, gracias por las nachas, Doña Cuca. And Cuca means the female body part too in Ecuador, right?
What?
So my mom's thinking, like, what song is this?
It does.
Like, I was trying to explain to her that the donkeys' names are Ignacias. So they, but all she's hearing is, how much for that ass? So that's all she's hearing is.
Well, you think about all these years as kids, bro. No te metas con mi cucu. You know what I mean? Like, that's her. She's talking about her ass, right?
Well, just think about Sonora Dinamita has that song with Me toca el pito, beep, beep. You know what I'm saying? Con el pipi, con el pipi. Me toca el pito.
Yeah,
you're just like...
You know more than we do because you're a DJ too, right? You still DJ?
Yeah, that's right.
No, I've been unemployed from the DJ business since COVID hit.
Oh man, you were a good DJ, bro.
Imagine so.
Well,
yeah, I mean, I'm sure that
Fernando,
you can get back.
Hold on real quick, Fernando. Your mic's getting staticky. Something there, Fernando.
Really?
Every time you talk, yes, sir. So we can fix that, Mister. Please.
Are you just
I don't hear the static, bro. That's the problem. I don't know if it's fixed. So tell me, is it better now?
Yeah, it's better.
It sounds better.
No, I can disconnect it and then find out. I don't hear the static. That's the problem. I don't hear it.
So yeah, dude. No, you can still. It's kind of like I don't know what it is. Is it mine? Is it yours?
It's not my mic, is it?
I don't hear it anymore. So we're good. Does he talk, Fernando?
Right. Well,
no, it's Fernando. Every time you talk. Do you have a microphone or something?
EFG. Yeah, man, I have a microphone. Look at this shit. It even has a pop filter and everything.
Yeah, it's got.
I could be like.
Yeah, you got.
Mine's not that fancy.
Do you have an ear or something? Because it is staticky.
No, let me.
It's getting some static.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit! All right, hold up.
Oh man, everybody's logging off now. No, I'm just kidding. Everybody's logging off.
Oh man.
All 3 people got off, dude.
They're like, there's too much static on here.
La Cuca. What was it called? La Cuca. Gracias por las. What?
Gracias por las nachas, Doña Cuca.
Gracias por las nachas, Doña Cuca.
Yeah, and then it goes. Las quisiera disfrutar un ratito. So like the whole pun of the song is sexual, you know?
Yeah. You play Spanish songs. You ever play Los Carquis?
Which was that one?
Hey, se menea. You never heard that song?
No, I haven't heard that song. But you know what song my mom did hear for the first time the other day when I was playing a mix? The one that goes, "Y si tu novio no te mama el culo."
What song is that, dude?
It's some song by Bad Bunny, dude. And
Bad Bunny?
My mom damn near just her look slapped me, where she was like, she's like, "Don't you ever play that song around me again." And I was like, dude, I'm 42, and I was like, it was just a song. Like,
y si tu novio no te mama el culo. That's what it says, the song?
Yeah, that's what it says, dude.
Oh. Dude, this is getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand, dude. The tattoos on the faces. Sounds much better.
Let me see if I can find that song, bro.
It's just small. It's minute. I can still hear it, kind of. But it's that microphone you just got, right?
It's a brand new mic. Yeah. It's a brand new mic.
It's because USB. Sometimes there's interference or something. I don't know. Who knows what it could be, sir? You don't hear it when you talk?
I don't hear it. No, when I talk, I don't hear it.
You hear it, right, Hefty?
Yeah, I hear
Hefty,
it.
there you go. Hefty's looking for the song. Hopefully we don't get flagged.
Well, here's the other thing too that you have to consider.
I'm
You know,
just-
it's like we're talking about how Hefty was mom's saying, you know, si tu novio no te mama el culo, and she's like, what the fuck? Do you think that Bad Bunny has to explain this shit to his mom? You know, I'm like, mama, I'm gonna write this song about sucking ass, but you have to understand it's the culture.
About the
it's the
black
culture.
kiss. About the black kiss.
I'm trying to find that part where it just.
Hey, so there's another word, mamar culo. In English would be sucking ass.
Sucking
I
ass.
think it goes right. I think it's right here. I think it's where it says. Oh, here it goes. Oh no. Let me find it.
Oh, you're fired.
You're fired, bro. That's not the one.
Oh,
That's
right.
that's muérdeme los dedos. That's not mamá me el culo. That's that's lámeme los huevos, not mamá me el culo.
It's like ando buscando un cabrón.
Like every song,
yeah,
like all songs are filthy, dude. I mean, what do you expect from the genre that created perreando? You know, like doggy.
Oh yeah.
Like, dude, did you dance last night? Yeah, I was doggying all night. You know, like, estuve perreando. Like, just, it's that freaking, that roll of the R that's like rough, dude. Because even if you say, like, verga, like the dick, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you ever heard my joke where I say, go to the dick. Like, you get in an argument with your white friend, you tell him, go to the dick. Like, no, and he's like, I don't fucking get it. Because in Spanish, we say, vete a la verga, güey. Like, those are fighting words.
Exactly.
Dude.
I found the watch.
Yeah, vete a la verga, right? All right. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Okay, but wait a minute. I didn't hear what was the follow-up. If your boyfriend doesn't suck your ass, will he do it? Is that what he's saying?
That's what he said. He says, si tu novio no te mama el culo, si tu novio no te mama, mami, yo sí te lambo toda.
Damn.
That's what he says.
Damn.
Now is that the best pickup line ever?
Like, apparently, like nowadays, if it's not a whopper, you're not sucking ass.
Is that how you get? Is that how you get married chicks? Like, tu esposo like if you're.
Si tu esposo no te mama el culo.
And like, I think you'd have to get in a conversation with her husband. Like, first of all, find out why he's not doing it. Maybe she's filthy. Right. Maybe she don't like to shower.
Maybe she doesn't get the full Brazilian, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Maybe she's got a hairy butthole. Like,
I mean, I've seen some hairiness in the buttholes in my days, but
do you want a dingleberry in your mouth or what?
Oh, I mean, I grew up. I was in high school. I was in the high school in the '90s where girls weren't doing the stuff that they're doing now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, me too. So was I.
So, I was seeing. There was no trimming going on back in those days.
Well, I think there was some trimming that I recall.
Like landing strips and around the edges, but like not bald.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, I remember you could grab that shit like a estropaje. What do you call those? A Brillo pad.
Yeah. You could grab it. like the hair on a treasure troll, bro. It's just like, yeah.
No, dude, it was kinky as fuck. Like kinky, dude. Do you remember that, Fernando? Do you remember Fernando?
Yeah, I do, man. Look, and I'll be honest with you, dude. Maybe I'm old school. I don't know what it is, but to me, I still like some hair, dude. I don't like the bald look. I don't.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of the bald either.
I'm not a fan.
I do prefer, like, nice little shape. You know what I'm saying? Little something.
Little trim, not those wild ones that just fly everywhere. Like you hit it and poof, they fly up like snowflakes and just start drifting in the air. Like
that's like dandruff.
Like dandruff. Tienes caspa, cabrón.
Right.
What are some? Oh, here's another one. another word that's kind of translated differently amongst different countries in the Spanish-speaking world? The word bicho. Puerto Ricans, that's what they call their dick.
And then just a bug, right?
Yeah, and then in Mexico it's a bug, and then in Central America it's bread. So like in parts of Central America. So yeah, so I mean, Puerto Rican will be like, oh yeah, you want this bicho or whatever, and yeah, man, fuck, why wouldn't I want a bug or some shit or a piece of bread or whatever?
Oh,
it's like nah.
It's like the word coger.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Cogí esta mañana un papel. It's like, what the fuck?
I did that. I was working at this RV place where like 90% of the people were raza, and I remember I was buying a car that afternoon. So I was like, oh, voy a coger un carro, and they were like, ¿por a dónde te lo vas a coger? Por la pipa de atrás, and I was like, what are you talking about? Like,
por el mofle.
Por el mofle.
Te dicen el mofle.
I was oblivious to it though.
Dude, how awkward is it like when you're not Mexican and you grow up around nothing but Mexicans? Like,
I mean, you catch on
when you were a little kid. When you were a little kid, you just got used to it because you've been around it since you were little, right?
No, when I grew up, we weren't allowed to go like other than school. We saw our friends, so I never really knew how they acted at home. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't allowed to sleep over anyone's house. Birthday parties, I was probably there for an hour. But it wasn't until I started working at the RV place where I got the full force of like Mexicans from Mexico, like, because that's all that worked there, and everyone talked Spanish and stuff. And I would say some stuff, and they would look at me like, "What are you talking about? Why do you talk like that?" Because like when I talk, in Spanish, I tend to talk a little bit faster and like at a higher elevated pitch.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, ¿por qué estás cantando? And I'm like, I'm not singing. Like that's how así yo hablo el español. Cuando yo hablo el español así, bien rápido, un poquito más. And they're like, hey, ¿por qué estás hablando así?
Hey, that's the nerve of chilangos to say, ¿por qué estás cantando? Like, the ones fucking sing and shit like, chale, hijo.
Si tu novio no te mama el culo.
That's going to be the theme of tonight's show. If your boyfriend doesn't lick your ass, don't ask me to do it either, bitch. Like, if he ain't going to do it, and he knows you very well, then I definitely am not doing it. That should have been the song. That should have been your song. If your boyfriend doesn't lick your ass, don't ask me to do it either.
There's a reason.
Yeah, there's a reason. He knows you're not fresh down there.
I don't know, man. It's just like sometimes, like, see, even some of these songs nowadays, like Spanish and English, like I really can't. I play them, but like even when I'm at work at the park, there's certain songs that even if I have a clean version, I can't play because like the clean version will still be like, I get down. Yeah, they'll be like, I get down on my knees in my mouth, and I'm like, how are you not going to be able to?
Yeah, even if you put y si te mamo el...
Right?
Y si tu novio no te mama el...
Si tu novio no te,
Y si tu novio no te mama el... Oh!
Si tu novio no te mama el... It's like you can't get away with like the nowadays, like just the innuendos are just one after the other,
There's no innuendo. Which innuendo, bro? They're straightforward. They're straight out. They just tell you. He's talking about ass licking.
Yeah, that's true. That's not an innuendo.
He's not even trying to disguise it. He's not even trying to. Yeah.
Innuendo would have been like 2002 when Little Kim did How Many Licks Does It Take Till You Get to the Center of the? Cause I got to know. You don't really get like the full word of what's going on, but like.
Or I got the magic stick. I know if I could hit once, I could hit twice.
You know what I mean?
That could be baseball. That could be stick ball.
Now it's just like this dick's right here and it's ready for you, and you're just like, wow.
I'm 3/4 of. I've been playing with it. I'm 3/4 of the way to coming. All I need you is to finish me off, bitch. Like, it's a #1 hit this week. Like finish me off.
I'll pity the fool. The fool that don't eat my ass.
Have you? So you guys grow up hip hop fans? Fernando, you grow up hip hop fan?
Honestly
I did.
speaking, no, not really, man.
I think we talked.
I
I think I did ask you.
Yeah, most of the time. I mean, I listened to Run DMC, that sort of thing when I was a kid. LL Cool J and all that stuff growing up, but not really. Most of the music that I listened to when I was growing up was a lot of classic rock, heavy metal, and to this day, that's really what I like to listen to. I still
So
listen
you
to
were
a lot of that
so you were a
classic rock.
stoner when you were younger.
I was, bro. When I was in high school, when I was a senior in high school, I had hair down to my shoulders. I have
You
a picture
you
somewhere.
wore
People
Chuck
don't think you
Taylors and all
believe
that.
me.
You wore Chuck Taylors or Vans.
Dickies
Oh,
with
I wore
band shirts,
Vans. I
bro.
wore Vans.
You were that kid that wore the band
Yeah, I
shirts
wore.
when before it was cool.
The band shirt
No,
with
I
the
wore band
freaking
shirts that
flannel
were
over
cool.
it. The band shirt with the flannel over
Yes,
it.
yes.
Like,
That is, in fact, let me tell you something. When grunge was popular, early '90s,
yeah.
I was all into that shit too. And I remember later, my sister saw some pictures of me in the early '90s. And she's looking at these pictures and she's like, "Oh my god, you look fucking dirty." And I'm like, you know what? It took effort to look that bad. That was a look we were going for. I had a t-shirt with holes all over the fucking thing. You know what I mean? And
Hey,
yeah, I look
Evelyn
dirty.
Evelyn Guerrero, Evelyn Fuentes says, "Show the picture, Fernie."
Oh, I don't have it with me. I have to find it. Where are
I
you
mean,
watching that?
when
It's
I
on
grew
Facebook.
up, I grew up with the whole rebel style back in '90s party
Yeah,
days.
I remember that
But
too. I never got into any of those.
but I was secretly, because back then it was more like '80s alternative rock, deep house. But I
Yeah.
like when I was growing up before that, like junior high, I was always into hip hop, but it was always the like East Coast. I was more into East Coast rap than I was
Really?
West Coast. Yeah. So I
So
was more
like
into
you were like into like De La Soul and all that, the native tongues type of rap, because
Desert
that's
Soul,
Big Daddy
like
Kane.
Lords of the Underground. I'm
You like
saying like
Kane? You like Big Daddy Kane?
Big Daddy Kane was cool.
Daddy
I
Kane
like
was dope.
Kane. I like Kane. Heavy
L
D and the
Cool J,
Boys.
L Cool J.
I got Heavy
Yeah.
D. Heavy D was cool. That
Have you guys watched? The reason I ask is I was watching last night. I got on one of those what do you rabbit holes where you just start watching like, well,
Mhm.
I was
Oh
no,
yeah.
no. What do you call it? What do you call it when you just watch one episode of Netflix after the other?
binge
Binging.
watch. You're
So I was binge
watching.
watching Hip Hop Evolution. Have you seen that on Netflix?
No.
Yeah,
You saw it?
I haven't watched it. I've seen the
Yeah, it's
block where
freaking good.
I've never.
So I
It's
was
on my watch list.
So I was watching, an interesting dude. Like it's interesting how hip hop evolved, and I was watching because like it was showing like when Luke came out, Luke with the Two Life Crew. I didn't know Two Life Crew was from L.A. And then Luke signed them to his label, and then they did the whole Miami thing. But the three guys, the Asian guy, brother Marquise, your brother, and the other guy, they were all from Los Angeles. I didn't know that. And then I didn't know Too Short was from LA. But then he moved to Oakland. So he grew up in Oakland, so he claimed Oakland. Like, it's crazy, dude. It showed Digital Underground. Then it showed the whole native tongues, like the Jungle Brothers and De La Soul and Queen Latifah. And dude,
I was all into like X Clan,
X-Clan, Sissy.
Yeah, I was all into all that stuff. I didn't get into West Coast rap until I heard "How Could I Just Kill a Man" by Cypress Hill.
Oh yeah,
I think it was
that was like
92,
92, no?
93. It was like 93.
Was it 93?
Yeah, I was watching MTV Raps, and the video, it was in black and white, and then the video's playing backwards.
Oh,
like
okay.
They're walking upwards, like forward, but upwards the hill, and
okay.
and then and then Be Real's voice, like I was just like, oh, this guy's like voice is different, you know what I mean? Then it caught me onto the whole, and I bought that whole album. I still listen to that album.
What's interesting, I always liked all kinds of music, bro. Because when I was a little kid, 3rd grade, my shit was Motley Crue, Judas Priest, Dio, Quiet Riot. Who else? Van Halen. I was into all the glam rock, the hair bands, dude. Like, who was the other one? Twisted Sister. Oh man, who didn't like Twisted Sister?
Right.
What are you gonna do with your life? I want to rock.
like I grew up with like two sisters, and all my cousins were girls. So I grew up with like when I was a kid, like New Kids on the Block, like all the poppy stuff,
Madonna,
all the freestyle stuff. You know, Timmy T and
Timmy T. I'll be your everything, Timmy T.
You know, I sang that song to a girl. Like I broke up with the girl, and like I was trying to get her back. So I sang that song on her voicemail. I was like, leave a message, and I was like, it's been a long time since you left me.
Oh, one more try. One
more try.
Hey, and I got New Kids on the Block performed at Fernando's high school.
Yeah, Bell High School. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
You guys got Stevie B at your school?
Yeah.
I think you guys like expose.
Yeah, there was a teacher that had a brother in the music industry.
Yeah, like it was a manager or something like that.
Yeah, and so we got Two Live Crew, LA Dream Team.
Two Live Crew, goddamn, bro. Hey, we want some boo.
Right. No, it was Stevie B.
And then nursery.
Oh, you guys did have the Dream Team, huh? You guys did get the Dream Team.
Yes.
And
they only had one song.
That's it. The block. We had Bobby Brown.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
Bobby Brown.
Yes, Young MC.
Oh yeah, Young MC. You guys did get Young MC.
And we had some rock bands too, but nobody remembers the fucking rock bands. They weren't really that.
Material
good.
Issue. Battery loves me.
Yeah,
that's a great band. It's still, we had the it's one of the most expensive records to get on vinyl.
Material Issue.
Yeah,
dude, that was crazy. So I was watching that Hip Hop Evolution, and they were talking about how they would have these album conventions. And like Kid Capri, Professor Large, or what are they? All these producers, I can't remember all of them, their names.
Well, like Green Lantern and all these fools come through, or what?
Like no, all the hip hop dudes, and they would go and they would be looking for albums to sample for hip hop. Like they would. That's how I guess they use this thing called the SP-1200 or something that it would rip it, but like you get 10 seconds. You would get 10 seconds of a song, and you can like fuck with it and create your own shit. You're sampling it, but you create your own shit.
I think legally you can do a 10-second sample. It's like you can't take a full 20 seconds. So I think that's where like bands like the Verb did Bittersweet Sweet Symphony, and they got sued by the Rolling Stones.
The Verb?
Yeah, that was a complete ripoff. Of
Rolling Stones. They were like, oh no, whole fucking song. Because they were like, oh, we only took the 10 seconds, but it was the 10 seconds exactly looped over, not tweaked at all, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with Vanilla Ice, when he was like, well, their song goes, David Bowie's song goes dun 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 dun. Mine goes dun 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 dun. I'm like, so you added an extra hi-hat, and now it's original,
I don't know who Dream Warriors are, sir. Do you guys know who Dream Warriors are?
Dream Warrior, wasn't that a song by from Duncan?
I have no idea. Duncan,
I think did that song Dream Warrior just from it's from the Nightmare on Elm Street soundtrack. If that's the one.
Might be. Who knows, dude? I never heard that. That's from Paul Kircher on Periscope. He said, y'all like Dream Warriors. Or is that a hip hop song? Who knows? Maybe it's a hip hop. I've never heard of it. But you know what, dude? But it did but watching that series, dude, it's like you hear about these hip hop are like, nah, I'm a big fan like of Nas and of course Pac and Big and who isn't a fan of Pac and Big? Like really, like I don't really find people. There's people that there's still people who pick one or the other, which is so stupid. Like that's the dumbest shit. Like how can you not like both?
There's people that are still living the West Coast, East Coast beef.
Yeah, so stupid. Like could you imagine like if Guns N' Roses didn't get along with like Pantera?
Well, actually, there was beef between
Guns N' Roses
and Motley Crue.
Yes, there was. You're right.
I remember Axl Rose and Vince Neil.
But they're not West Coast, East Coast. I'm talking about like a West Coast, East Coast
LA based. Right, you're right.
Yeah, they're both LA based, right?
Yes, they are.
So that'd be like, I would I'm saying like what, like who's it? Like Pantera. I think they're from the East Coast.
I believe Pantera was from Texas.
Oh, there you go. Fuck Texas. Like fuck Texas. You know, like,
Right.
hey, first off, that's why I fucked the old bitch. Like if they're going, like if they're singing diss songs, I'd love to hear heavy metal diss songs. That would be fucking awesome.
It would be like Anthrax was from New York, right? Or from the East Coast, weren't they?
I don't remember. I think Anthrax was from the East Coast, but I'm not 100% sure.
I think they are. I think they're from New York.
Anthrax. I remember Anthrax. Fuck. God damn, you're taking me back, bro. I remember I liked all kinds of music. I listened to the alternative music, heavy metal. Also, wait, going back, Fernando, we were saying like that you look dirty. It's funny that you say that because my friend and I, we used to call all the stoners the dirty bastards, and they hated it. You go like, cause you know, like it's funny because all the stoners would always hang out in a certain area, like at lunchtime in school.
A certain area in the quad where you're like, you didn't even want to walk by there.
Yeah, like, hey, like, so you'd be like, I'll be back. I gotta go talk to Angel, the filthy bastards over there, like the dirty bastards. Like, and they all look the same. They all look like they haven't showered for like a month. The flannel, the band shirt, the jeans, the Levi's, the Vans.
You gonna talk to him, and then like you come back and your friends be like, "Oh, you smoking weed now too, bro?" And you're like, "The hell, no."
I got a contact high though. Just walking over there.
Back then, before, like after the metal people, like after like grunge shit, it was I don't know if you guys remember like ska music, like
oh yeah,
like dance hall crashers.
Well, Sublime is ska, right? Sublime was ska.
Kind of.
They dip in and out.
Ska.
But they were considered ska by a lot of people.
They were, but it's not because they really knew. Sublime was one of these bands that you really had a hard time categorizing. You know what I mean? Because they weren't really ska. They weren't really reggae. They really had their own sound.
So like Los Fabulosos Cadillacs. There's ska.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Matador. ¿Dónde estás, Matador? That's considered Spanish ska.
Well,
then you dropped what's the other ska band? The one that does Este Ritmo Chuntaro style.
Is that ska?
You know what I'm talking about?
Is that ska?
It's Oi! I don't know if it's ska.
What about one of the first reggaeton songs is El Gato Volador.
I hated that song.
I still can't stand that song. It makes me laugh though. Bala como iguana, bala como moquito. That shit cracks me out.
What about that song by El Mudo?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. So is that what it's called? El Mudo? The sing. I always wondered who sang that.
The song's El Chacarón by El Mudo.
El Chacarón.
I used to laugh because like deaf people like never spoken to him. Like when I found out the guy's name, I was like no mames way.
That's wrong.
Okay, now listen.
Like people
now
would
that
be
we're
like
on the topic,
dancing to this with.
Go
ahead. I'm listening.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, brother. But now that we're on the topic, and since we're talking about deaf people, since we're on the topic of deaf people, I have a theory, and I've actually talked about this on stage. But I have a theory. I dated a girl that was deaf for a little while. I learned sign language. I did.
Really?
I can't. Yeah, I did. I can't say that I remember much of it now, other than spelling a few things and a few things here and there. But I dated a girl that was deaf for a while. Yes, bro. Yes.
Is that what you learned?
Oh yeah, that too, of course. Right? Yeah, that too. But here's the thing. Right. Here's the thing. Okay, I have a theory that women make sex noises or sex sounds a certain way because they think that is what sex is supposed to sound like. But this deaf girl has never heard what sex sounds like, because having sex with her, she was completely different as far as the noises she would make. Bro, it was more primal. She grunted more. You know what I mean? Instead of like the sounds that you hear in porn, You know what I mean? Like, nah, bro. Nah, it wasn't nothing like that. It was more like, and I was like, what the fuck?
She
No,
sounded like she was banging you.
exactly, right? Exactly, bro. It was a weird experience, and I'll be completely honest with you. It was a little bit more of a turn on. You know what I mean?
Turn
You know,
on?
Than,
like
yeah, it was
when
a
you
turn
finish,
on.
You really got rock hard that day.
Because I was like, yeah, girl, I'm doing this to you. But I mean, I'm sure that's the way she sounded like with all
And
this.
I mean,
and all she saw was
hey,
like,
when you finished,
you could
when
have
you
said anything.
finished,
No, he could have said anything he wanted. Yeah, bitch, you like this shit, don't you? And she went to her.
when you finish for y'all, all done, all done.
No, how do you sign I'm coming?
I don't know. How do you sign it?
I don't fucking know, bro. I just did.
Oh, there you go. Hefty
You know
did
what I
it.
mean? It's like-
Toma.
oh, that's fucking brutal. That is fucking brutal. But yeah, man,
No, let's not make
quite the
fun of him.
experience.
Let's not make fun of him. That's
I'm
fine.
not
not
making.
making that
I'm not
one.
making.
No,
fun
I
of
was gonna do
Hefty.
that. Oh, well, what would she say if she's coming? like the grunting gets louder. I mean, damn,
Oh
dude.
shit! No, but seriously, bro, that was quite the experience.
That's gotta be a turn on. That's
Yeah.
gotta be a super turn on. To be honest with you, like
Ye-
some of you
yeah.
women take note, man. If you grunt, nobody wants to hear like it's a fucking porno and
Because
shit.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you watch Asian porn, for example,
Yeah.
Asian
Never
porn,
seen it.
Korean, Japanese, all of those girls, they sound different than American girls, but those girls sound the same to each other.
Yeah, because they
You
have
know what I mean?
narrators. They go finish her.
Yeah, well, that's true too, bro. That is true. But so Asian girls, and I mean Asian from Asia, because there's Asian girls that live here that sound
Yeah.
like American.
They're
women having
Americanized.
sex. Right. So that's what I'm talking about. That I wish I was a psychiatrist to get into that. You know what I mean? But why is it that women make a certain sex sound depending on what geographical region they're in? And it makes me wonder. Now I have to look up porn from fucking
Now
I
you
don't know.
you must do your research.
Timbuktu.
I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
but
like, what does it sound like?
Men in
in
general
Somalia?
are always just like I guess you could say like Neanderthals when you're doing it, right?
I heard Alaskan women chatter to their teeth.
Oh fuck, bro, that's a good one. Oh shit! Oh man, that's a good one. Well, fuck, that's not what you want, man. Especially, if you tell her, "Hey, baby, go down on me," and she's like, "All right."
She-
like a cob of corn. Just
you're like, but the heater is broke. But the heater is broke. Are you sure you want me to go down with no heat? She's fucking chattering her teeth. And like, oh shit. Oh my god. Oh, even the dog got excited. You see?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I'm crying over here.
Dude, that's good. That's good. No, because it reminds me of the joke by George Carlin. I remember he had this joke. I don't know if you guys ever heard it when he said, "Do you think there's more rape at the equator or in the North Pole?"
Well, that's a good question. I'm going to go with the equator. Actually, why don't you tell us, Hefty? Because Ecuador basically is equator.
Yeah.
Well,
Right
actually,
there, man.
they have the Templo of the Equator right there on Ecuador, Medio Mundo, where you can actually step on. You can actually step on the, both hemispheres. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit, crazy. So no, George Carlin would say, yeah, most people would say the equator. He goes, there's a lot more people taking their clothes off. There's a lot more fucking going on. He goes, that's exactly why not. Because there's a lot more people fucking. But imagine in the North Pole, it's freezing. It's like, hey, honey, tonight, are you kidding me? It's 40 degrees below zero. It's like you gotta, like you gotta peel like the deer skin off her, then the fucking shit underneath that, and all that. You know what I mean? Like, You
Oh
know,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
he says, and then he goes, your dick was shriveled up like a stack of dimes. That kind of cool.
You know what? When I was a kid, I honestly thought that they were still living in igloos out there. You know
Oh
what I'm
my god,
saying?
they probably do.
Well,
They're not.
I know they don't. No, like, have you seen a real igloo? They don't look like the cartoon ones, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Don't like what's his name? A Chili Willy.
Like, I would be fucked trying to get into an igloo. You need to make like a wide entrance. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Really? Do they have a small entrance?
it's like a little entrance. Like, what they're, I don't know. Depending on whoever.
But they're probably made out of mud. They're probably made out of mud, though, right? I'm
They're
assuming
made,
it's
made out of. No, they're made out of ice, right?
that's supposedly they're made out of ice, but I'm assuming they're probably made out of mud, and then the snow covers them, and that's why in the cartoons we watched they were white. But I mean, it's from all the snow falling on it. I believe it's probably made out. It's like Native Americans, like adobe, casas de adobe. You know, they're made out of mud bricks. You know,
Yeah.
so that's probably what they're made out of. They just look white in cartoons, and we assume they lived in ice. Like, who the fuck can sleep inside of fucking ice, dude? Like, you can't even light a fire in there because it'll melt.
And people go to those ice hotels and spend like thousands of dollars to get.
What the fuck is that? I never heard of
You never
this.
seen one? You never seen those ice hotels like in Siberia or
No.
like,
Oh
so
yeah, I've seen
like
that.
so like once a season they'll like spend so much money and carve out like this ice hotel, like a big old like, and then people will go sleep there on ice bed with like bear fur on the beds and stuff.
People
It's like,
got issues, man. What the fuck, dude? Who the fuck says who the fuck says that's a good idea? Like, I think your girl would break up with you if you suggested some shit like we're gonna go sleep in ice.
right? That's like saying like, hey, we're gonna go to the fucking Mojave and sleep in in the desert.
We're gonna sleep
I'm
on
like,
we're gonna sleep on charcoal.
we're gonna sleep on these hot ass boulders so you get hemorrhoids.
So you get hemorrhoids. What the?
Yeah.
Then you appreciate what you got, culera. You appreciate what you
hey,
got.
you're that's in the medical field. Is that true? Like I was always told as a kid, like if you sit on something too hot, you can get hemorrhoids.
Okay,
Is that true?
I've actually never heard that. And what I have heard before is that, especially if you're a guy, that if you sit on something too hot, that you can damage your urethra or basically your pee tube. And I
What?
had to, yeah,
Like a hot vinyl seat in a
Your
car
urethra,
in the
yeah.
summer.
And so I actually had to ask a urologist. I'm like, hey, you know what? When I was growing up, this is what I heard. So I'd like to know, is that true? And he goes, no, man. In order for there to actually be damage, it would have to be so hot. You know what I mean? That it would actually cook your inside. So no, it wouldn't. That wouldn't be the case. You wouldn't get hemorrhoids from
Heat,
sitting on
right?
something hot. Okay, now here's what. First, you have to know what a hemorrhoid is. A hemorrhoid is a blood vessel that's been engorged with blood. Okay, and so a hemorrhoid makes the blood vessel expand, so the blood vessel gets thick, and then when there's blood there, basically.
Like a bruise. It's like a
Yeah,
bruise.
no, not really like a bruise because it's a growth. It'll
Oh yeah,
grow
because a
out.
bruise busts. A bruise
Yeah.
is like a busted.
And it'll be like puffy
busted
like this,
vessel.
right?
Right,
Like you'd have
exactly.
smooth cheeks and then have like that bam.
Exactly.
Like that hemorrhoids.
So
Not that I
sitting
know.
on something
Not that I
hot,
know.
right? Sitting on something hot wouldn't expand blood vessels to the point where things will grow out. You know what I mean? But sitting on the toilet on your phone or reading a magazine for a long period of time will in fact give you hemorrhoids.
Wow.
Because of the pressure. All this pressure is on your butthole.
That's how
You
the
know what I
squatty potties.
That's why the
not-
squatty potties. That's why the squatty potties.
So
work.
it's not. So pushing doesn't give you the hemorrhoid.
Pushing can.
Yeah, women who give birth,
Yeah.
I've heard they could develop
Yes, pushing
hemorrhoids.
can. Yes, pushing can give you
Can
hemorrhoids.
so if you as a person, male or female, are having the anal sex,
I think you say if you as a pervert, as a pervert.
I mean, can that cause the hemorrhoid?
Probably not, but what anal sex can cause is a tearing of the mucosa. So you can tear
This guy knows.
the
This
butthole,
guy knows.
and you can get infections. You know what I mean? You can
Oh.
get fistulas, or you can get
Fistulas.
yeah,
Jesus.
fistulas.
That sounds
Which
like a
is
porn.
That sounds yeah. That sounds like a Dracula that goes around fisting women, old ladies. Fistula this summer.
I want to fist your butt.
Oh no, it's fistula. You'll never bend me over.
You don't even think about it, bro. I didn't even think about it. But a fistula, I mean, because I've heard the word for so fucking long. A fistula is just like a connection, a tube. You know what I mean? Between two structures. Of course, I did not actually think about it.
Like a straw.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude,
Exactly.
that's a scary movie there.
Yeah, well, let me
Fistula.
tell you, bro.
Fistula strikes back.
Right. Let me tell you, and this is something that because I work in surgery, a lot of people will ask me, "What's the most disgusting thing you've ever seen?" You know what I mean? Now, nothing really disgusts me anymore. It's never really disgusted me, to see it. And a lot of people that work in my profession, we don't get disgusted like that. But I have seen some disgusting shit and some weird shit. And talking about fistulas, there is something called a colovesical fistula. A colovesical fistula is it usually happens with trauma, like somebody will get into a car accident and have like lower abdominal injuries.
Yeah.
The large intestine and the bladder, because of like say scar tissue, will connect, and then a fistula will form between the large intestine and the bladder. And depending on how big the fistula is, you can get shit in your bladder. And there's been some people, there was a guy who was literally shitting out of his penis.
Oh no!
Actual shit was coming out of his penis.
Oh no, that's disgusting.
And that's because of the colovesical fistula. It's a connection.
Oh no, dude, that's
so. Yeah, so when people ask me,
that's like when you flush the toilet and shit comes out of your shower head.
Exactly.
What the hell? I've never seen that before.
Oh, it exists. It exists, bro.
And you can older houses that have that happens. Oh, you're talking about people. You're talking about it, people.
Yeah,
I'm talking about fistulas.
Yeah, bro. And you can actually, when people have a colovesical fistula, they will fart out of their penis.
No way.
Or urethra. I shouldn't say penis, out of their urethra, because it can happen to women too. This is something.
Dude, and you don't even know this is going on.
Well, eventually you start to figure it out, right? Because if you start farting out of your dick, you're probably going to go see a doctor.
You're queefing. You got men queefing everywhere, dude. Like, poof, poof. Was that you or me? Oh fuck. Shit, it felt like it was you. It smells. It smells.
You just sit down and it's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you know men queef if they got a fistula.
If they have a fistula.
If fistula gets a hold of them, they're gonna start queefing.
Now that's a good question though. Can men queef? Because
it's just air. So
if you have air, I guess if you had air trapped in your urethra, I guess it had to come out.
Maybe if you're not circumcised.
Okay, but here's the point. Here's my point, though. I thought a queef was exclusive air trapped in the vagina and like the vaginal canal, not necessarily the urethra. Is there anybody out there that can answer this question? Is there any women listening that can comment in and say, "Oh yeah, a queef is exclusively vaginal"? I don't know. That's a good question. Let's call a doctor.
I'm thinking 100%. I've never heard of a male queef.
No, I've never heard of a man queef either.
Not that I've been there like to watch other men do it, and they go like, "Hey, man, you're queefing. That's weird."
According to the it's actually called vaginal flatulence. It mostly happens during sex. Because the
air gets trapped.
Yeah, the penis is pushing air, and especially.
All right, Fernando, you can stop laughing now.
Especially if you're not
your screen was stuck. That's why.
Especially if you're not a gifted brother. You know what I'm saying? If you're not a gifted brother, you probably pushing a lot of air in there. You know what I'm saying?
It's like a pump. It's like the Reebok pump. There should be a little button, a little valve.
Like if you pack in the kind of heat where like every time you pull back it falls out and then you go in, then you go back in. It's like, of course. It's like when you put your hand in your armpit and you.
That's exactly, I think, what it's like, because you're basically releasing that air that you trap with your hand, right?
Yeah.
I could never do that. I don't know. I don't remember if I could do that. I don't know. I remember kids doing that shit all the time in class.
I could never do it.
I remember kids doing it, and they'd be like,
I couldn't do it.
And then they would smell it. They would like do it and then smell their hand.
Oh, what the fuck? They got it. You know, one thing I can't do, my son can do. He can snap his fingers. He does this, and it goes pop, 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 pop. I'm like, how do you do that?
I know a guy who can do that.
I can't do that. I can't do the when they put the two fingers in there. I can't do that.
I can't whistle for shit.
I used to have to pull my lip from here. I had to pull my lip from here and suck inwards so I could do the chifliada.
Like if I had to whistle at you to save my life, I'm fucked, man. Like I'm screwed, dude. Like I wouldn't be able to whistle. I'd have to yell, "Hey!" You know, or grunt like a girl.
Like a deaf girl, bro. A deaf girl. It's very specific.
Like for me, like I can't do the whole chiflada. Like at a sporting event, I gotta be the one yelling, "Yeah!" Because everyone's all,
yeah. You're right.
I'm like, yeah, you got this, man.
You know, Fernando, going back to that deaf girl, you gotta tell her, man, you got something. You should tell her you got something special, man. You got something special that no other woman has. That grunting girl.
Right.
Woo!
Bro, listen, let me tell you something. In all honesty, I have wondered if there are any like, are there any dating sites like deaf girl dating sites or something? You know what I mean? Because I'd like to date another deaf girl. Just to test it out. Because what if? You know what I mean? Because deaf people don't hear each other having sex. They don't, you know, and that's the other question.
Plus, if they're deaf,
you know,
maybe they can't talk, maybe they're mute too. Then you won't have any problems. There'll be no arguments. You know,
they argue with their hands, bro.
It's all right. I mean? Fuck, I didn't see you. See, then you have an excuse. Like
there's a dating
you're like,
website.
You know what? I'm tired of this bitch, and then just close your fucking eyes, right?
There you go. Like you know what? I'm gonna act like I'm not here.
There's actually a dating site. There's a dating site called disabledmate.com.
Oh shit! There you go, Fernando.
Disabled meat, as in MEAT.
Mate. This guy, disabled meat, disabled carne.
Bro, disabled meat, like that's pretty fucked up, bro. They just straight up calling fucking carne quebrada. Carne
deshabilitada.
Carne molida.
That's how the chorizo that's how the chorizo is not working. They're on disability. Disabled meat.
No, disabled mate.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Mate.
There you go, Fernando. Disabled mate.
And then you would pick your subcategory. You'd pick your subcategory: blind, deaf. I'm looking at it right now.
No fucking way.
And now people might think that that's an asshole thing, but hey, you're the asshole because everybody deserves somebody. And why not Fernando?
Right, exactly.
Why not Fernando?
Yeah.
He's a nice
Fernando?
guy.
Let's see if it comes
and
out.
I've been single for 11 fucking years, bro.
Yeah.
See it?
Get you. Hey, Fernando. Do it, Fernando.
Disabled mate.
Find deaf partners.
You know what? Oh, wow. What time is it? Wow. You know what, fellas? I gotta go.
You're lying. Yeah, I was gonna say. It's like let me get on
deafmate.com.
Shit. Hey, you're like, I met 3 girls. When? Last week? No, last night, motherfucker. Last night. I wanted to do a Zoom, but she was blind, so she couldn't do the Zoom. That's
fucked up, bro.
Well,
oh shit.
I wonder if they have audio social.
That'd be fucked up. You go on disabled thing, and they're pickier than regular women. Like, nah, I don't really dig you. Like, I don't like your voice. You sound white. Like,
what if the black one calls you ugly?
Yeah.
That is fucked up. But bro,
what if she touches your face and then goes, "Estás feo, cabrón"?
like Ray Charles in the movie, they grab my wrist and be like, "Oh, too fat for me, son."
Oh shit!
Yikes!
Would you
That
like
hurt.
how
hurt
bad would that hurt? Like how fucked up would you be? Or like how fucked up would your self-esteem get when you would get?
It'd be one of those situations where like
chick,
where it'd be like, just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, here we go. Let me tell you a story.
Damn. We're over here fucking making fun of it. They're people too, man.
We're not okay. No, man, we are not making fun of disabled people.
You should have heard the way you sound. We're not making fun of it.
Like your Wi-Fi just had issues right now. Right when you said that.
It's still like he's stuck. Look, Fernando's stuck. He looks like he's singing. Look, he looks like he's doing karaoke. Look at his picture.
He looks like he's looking for a song in the karaoke book.
He's like, I already did my go-to song.
Exactly speaking about women. I don't know what the fuck's going on, man. With my
he's still talking. Dude, the picture you had, it looked like Hefty.
Somebody take a screenshot. God damn it! Somebody take a screenshot. I want to see it.
It was like this.
He said, "Look like you were looking." He said, "You look like you're looking for a song in a karaoke book."
No, I was looking through disabledmate.com, bro. I was looking at the choices.
Oh shit!
I don't even do dating sites anymore. Like, I'd rather just play my luck at meeting someone in real life. You know,
Fernando's gonna be like, "I'm getting married in December." Next week.
after COVID.
Oh shit! I'm kidding. That. Hey, I had my pick of the litter, dog. There was 5 of them that said yes. I just said, "Fuck it." The one that lives closest. I don't want to travel.
Fuck yeah, bro. Save on some gas. Exactly.
Save some gas, bro. You ever drive far? Frozen? No, you're still there. You're there. You ever drive far, right, like to see a girl? Like, you ever had a long distance relationship? Like, we had to drive.
Oh, I've driven far. I have driven far to see a girl, but not an actual like relationship.
Yeah.
Like, I've driven far to like, you know, go spend some time with her or whatever.
What's far?
San Diego.
New York. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah. No. I went down to San Diego. That's as far as I've been.
San Diego's not bad.
I mean, the farthest I've driven was like an hour 20 maybe the most. But I think Victorville.
That's not far from you though. You're in the IE, dude.
It's like 45 minutes still.
Yeah.
Up the hill. Mm-hmm. I've done San Diego too. That's about an hour 20 for me. But
you're down to 15 though. You're not that far.
From San Diego, it's like an hour. It's like an hour 20 minutes from here.
I remember. Let me see. I met this chick in college, and then she moved to Sacramento, and I go all the way over there, dude. That was fucking far.
I've never done a long distance thing like
that. Was far.
Or even tried. You know what I mean?
That's like
even nowadays when I meet someone, I'm like,
drive,
I even plan it out. I'm like, oh, but you live like in the OC, like, I don't know, you know.
It's funny because the world is smaller now because of the internet and shit. And now, like, people are even pickier. Like, nah, you live in fucking Irvine? Fuck that. That's far. You know what I mean?
Like, I don't got no money in my Fast Pass right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
hey, but you can do the Fast Pass and they'll bill you later.
True, but if you don't, they tax it onto your car registry the next year.
Really?
If you don't pay it, so like if your car registration is like $200 and you have $500 worth of Fast Pass violations,
damn, you're
gonna pay $700 to register your car.
That's gotta suck, dude. Like if you forget about it and your registration comes and you're like $700.
What is this?
My car's a 90. My car's a 91. What the fuck?
It's a 91 Cutlass Supreme. They don't even make those mobiles no more.
It's a 91 Hyundai Excel. What the fuck?
I had an 89 Hyundai Excel that I bought from my uncle, and I used to hate taking my girlfriend, like bringing her to my house because she lived in Rialto and I lived out here in Mobile, because it wouldn't go up the hill. like
shit!
Like semi trucks would cross over to pass me going up the hill in a slow lane, dude. And I
hey, those cars were gas savers though, weren't they?
Yeah, it was only 4-speed, like 2-cylinder.
I remember I had those little Panasonic stereos. Those were I came with.
I had a stereo. I actually had the stereo where I put the tape in that had the wire that fed to the CD player.
Oh yeah.
And then I had house speakers in the back.
Hey, why are you talking? What are you talking? I still got that shit, bro. I know people who still have it, but they connect it to their phone now. Though now you don't need a CD player. They got an old school stereo. Yeah, still works.
See?
Yeah, to do technology, we kind of take it for granted because
Absolutely.
Dude, I remember the pullout. I remember having to carry that motherfucker. So everybody knew you just put it under your seat because you didn't want to carry that shit around.
Oh yeah, the crooks always checked under the seat.
Yeah, they knew. Pull out! I'm breaking into this motherfucker.
And then the face off came off, and you just leave it in your glove box.
Yeah, exactly. That little fucking face. Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, because you're afraid to lose it.
My nephew one time he got in my truck when he was small, and he thought the tape player was a charger for the phone. He put the phone in there.
No shit. Are you serious?
I'm fucking dead serious, dude.
Well, were you the one that was talking about this, Fernando? That when we do the phone calling, we do this, and now kids do this.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
No, that wasn't me, but I've seen that. No,
they do this now. Like, I was talking to them, and I was like, they do this or they do this. Oh, they do this. Right. But we do this. Like when we do the sign to talk, we go, man, I was talking to that fool the other day. I don't know why do we do this? Like
because the old school phone had the horn.
Why can't we just say, I was talking to Fernando on the phone the other day? Or we say, I was talking to Fernando on the phone the other day. Like, why do we have to show the sign?
Because the same reason when you say, I took a picture, you're like,
Ain't that weird? Isn't that fucking weird that we do shit like that?
Yeah.
Or you told Fernando, like, hey, how'd it go with that girl? Well, bro. It's like, okay, you just like it.
I know what. Hey, thanks to Fernando, now I know where I'm going to be for Halloween this year. Fistula.
A fistula.
I'm gonna be a vampire.
Holovesical fistula to be specific.
I'm gonna be a vampire with a big ass hand, a fist like this.
Two of them with two big ass hands, bro. Hey, buy 2 of those Hulk hands. Bro.
Yeah, those Hulk hands.
There you go.
Hey, who are you? The Hulk? No, I'm Fistula.
I'm a fistula.
Be dressed like a vampire with those 2 Hulk fists.
Blah blah.
Combination. It's a combination of look, I'll tell you this much. When I was my daughter, when she was little, she decided she wanted to be an angel for Halloween, right?
You're like, we're Dodger fans.
But she was like 6 years old, maybe 5 years old. She wanted to be an angel for Halloween. So we're like, yeah, okay, yeah, cool, so we dressed her up as an angel. It was cute, she looked like a little angel, whatever. And we were at some street fair in Thousand Oaks, and they were gonna have a Halloween costume, right? So we're at this street fair.
A contest?
And they were gonna have a Halloween costume contest later in the evening, right?
Okay.
It was like a street fair for the community. Anyway, so they have these vendors at the street fair, and one of these vendors was selling wooden machine guns that he made himself. He carved out a machine gun and then he like painted it black. So my daughter thought it was really cool, and she's like, I want one. So I bought her like a wooden machine gun that looked like a Tommy gun, the kind that the gangsters would use, right? So she entered the costume contest and she took the machine gun with her, so now she's an angel with a machine gun, and she fucking won the costume contest.
What the hell?
She won the costume contest because everybody thought it was a trip that she was an angel with a machine gun.
She a Hell's Angel. She was a Hell's Angel.
Yeah, well, and some people were asking me, like, what was the motivation behind that? behind the costume idea. I'm like, there was no fucking motivation. She wanted to be an angel, and then she saw this machine gun and she wanted the machine gun. So I bought her the machine gun, and then she just took it on stage with her. And people were like, genius, genius. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, not my idea.
You're like, she's the archangel.
It was either the angel with the machine gun or fistula. I went with the angel.
I'm a fistula.
More fistula. Dude, that's just such a fucking funny term, dude. Oh my God, that's just like
fistula.
Golly.
I have a fistula right now.
You know what? Like, I was gonna tell you, because you were saying that you get used to what you see, so like it doesn't gross you out. I'm kind of like that. I guess I could see. What would get me is smells, bro. When something stinks, I can't stay in the room.
Oh yeah.
I'll run, and I know you got to deal with that too. I'm sure there's some pretty fucking foul, like infections. They fucking reek, man.
Oh fuck yeah, man. Oh fuck yeah, dude. Absolutely.
What do you guys do for that? Like, how does a doctor do surgery and it fucking stinks, man?
A lot of times you just grin and bear it. You're like, fuck it, you just get through it. But a lot of the times, the anesthesia provider, they have like these flavored oils that they'll put inside the mask, like the oxygen mask. Okay. Especially when they're kids, they're like, oh, what do you want to smell? Cherry? Well, all it is scented oil. That's all it is. So we'll get that scented oil and we'll put it on the outside of the mask, and that covers up whatever fucking smell. I mean, not 100%, but it helps.
Helps a lot.
It helps. Yeah, absolutely.
Yo, Hefty, I know you do a podcast. What's it called? You do it with Momo, right?
Yeah, me and Momo, we do the Para Gordo activities.
Para Gordo?
Para Gordo, yeah.
Yeah, pair of gordos. Hey, let me just say, bro, that is a fucking genius play on words. Para Gordo activity, because it's you and Momo, a couple of I don't want to say fat.
You can say thick boys, big boys, fat. No, you know.
Oh yeah, a couple of big boys. You know what I mean? Para Gordo activity. That's fucking genius, bro. That's fucking genius. I just want to put that out there.
Oh, thank you.
You know what I mean?
Dude, are you into the paranormal shit?
I'm real into the paranormal stuff. But I'm more of I try to find a scientific explanation for a lot of stuff. So me and Momo, actually, the chemistry is right on, because he's more into the explain everything as a spiritual thing, and I'm more like, well, what if it's this? What if it's just the light switching? So it's like, So I mean, I think it's great. Like it's just, especially now that like we started doing more episodes, because people were like emailing, like messaging, like, when's the next episode? So I mean, like, hopefully now that we know everything's kind of calming down, I guess, or maybe it's not, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but dude,
we're supposed to have vaccines by November 1st, man. They're pushing. I mean, I don't know if I want to be the first one in those taking the vaccine. I want to wait a month or two.
You know, bro, in all honesty, fuck that. You know, I'm gonna wait for like round 2. You know what I mean?
It's like people who get the. It's like people who get the fucking. It's like people who get the iPhone first, and then and you gotta wait for that first update.
When you get that PS4 that has nothing but bugs.
Yeah, dude. Exactly. Fuck all that, dude.
Exactly.
But no,
I'm gonna wait.
But it's gonna be mandate to travel too, right? Like once everything opens up, and like they're gonna be like, oh, do you have like your COVID thing for traveling and stuff like that? Because I know a lot of people are always like, oh, this scamdemic and all this other,
scamdemic. Right. I don't think it's a scam, but I don't think it's like, I don't know, man. I got my little doubts about like a lot of this shit. I mean, man, we've caught our governments and their bullshit so many times that you don't even know what to believe, man.
I mean,
like, is it real? Fuck yeah, the disease is real. Fuck yeah, the virus is real. That shit's real. But like, is it as devastating like they fucking say? I don't know. I think
it's been blown out of proportion a little bit, I think. But I mean, as far as I've known people that have gotten real sick from it. Luckily, no one I know has passed. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know people. Yeah, I know people have passed. I know. I've mentioned it, and somebody says, "Yeah, somebody I know just died from it." I'm like, "Fuck," but
my neighbor died. My neighbor died of COVID. Not too long ago, as a matter of fact. Yeah.
When?
Yeah, my neighbor died. I would say she died about a week and a half ago.
But was she ill?
Yeah, she was young, bro. No, not that I'm aware of.
See, I think
now
that.
this is someone I know. I've known since I was young. We went to Bell together.
Oh
And
shit.
she lived across the street when I was growing up, on the other side of Bell. And then now that I moved here, when I moved, where I live here, she lived just a couple houses down. Like, she moved down. We moved to the same street together at the same time, and I was like, wow, I didn't even fucking know, And yeah, and I knew her brother very well, very well.
That's right.
And
that sucks. Like for me, that's why I tread very carefully with the whole like real picky and choosy on where I go and stuff like that, because I have both my parents with me, and my parents are older, so I just don't want to track anything home. You know what I mean?
I think I truly believe that even the people that like die from it
have an underlying condition.
There's something, man, that maybe wasn't discovered. Or whatever. Like you could, because look, dude, how many times people have cancer and they don't fucking know till like 2 years later? It's like, oh, you've had cancer for 2 years and you didn't even know you had it. So think about if you have cancer and then you get COVID and you don't even know you fucking have cancer. I'm sure it doesn't fucking help you to get COVID now. That's probably gonna. I mean, it sounds fucked up, but it's probably gonna kill you quicker because now you got two things eating at your ass. Like honestly,
yeah, probably. The one thing that I've seen a lot of people, they've posted like these people didn't really die of COVID. They had congestive heart failure and they had a heart attack. They were COVID positive, but they had a heart attack and they blamed it on COVID.
Yeah.
So they're like, they didn't really die of COVID. Well, see, there's a gray area there.
Yeah.
There is a gray area.
We don't know.
Did COVID, we don't really know, but did COVID accelerate the process? Did it
exactly? That's what I'm saying. See, that's what I'm saying.
Exacerbate,
if
you will.
It rhymes with masturbate, but it's different. Exacerbate means make worse.
Yeah,
it means make worse. All right. So here's the thing, though, because when people go by that definition alone, right, that they didn't really die of COVID, they died of something else, even though they were COVID positive. If that's the definition you're going to go with, then no one, absolutely no one has died of AIDS, because AIDS doesn't kill you.
Yes, you're right.
Another disease kills you.
Mostly pneumonia, right? No,
or
like a pneumonia.
A common cold. I've heard a common cold
can kill you. Yeah, a common cold can kill you
because your immune system is so low. That's what AIDS does. AIDS kills basically kills your immune system. It kills off all your T cells.
Disease will kill you. Right.
Dude, you know what's a scary disease? You know what's a scary disease is that autoimmune disease, the one that your white blood cells start attacking each other.
Oh, I've heard of that shit. I don't know what it is. I can't remember.
That's some scary shit, bro.
Yeah, because you're white fucked at that point.
Yeah, because your white blood cells are what protect you, and now they're fucking each other up. And you're like, what the? Like, I think it's an autoimmune disease. I forgot what it's called though.
Yeah, well, yeah, when you call something an autoimmune disease, diabetes can be considered an autoimmune disease. There are different types of autoimmune diseases, but I don't know. I know what you're talking about. I just don't know the exact name of that.
Yeah, but going back to what you said about, like you said, AIDS doesn't kill you. It's like, yeah, maybe COVID doesn't kill you, but the fact that you have COVID and now you add on top of that, or like you had something
else.
I really think that the people who die of COVID have something else. Because I know somebody told me, nah, man, he was healthy and this and that. Yeah, but did he get, how do we know they got checked? If you didn't get fucking checked, if you weren't going, there's people who don't go get physicals, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm one of them. I just got one. I got one like, a month and a half ago, I got one. That was like the first one I'd got in a while. I mean, thank God everything was okay. But that's the reason I don't get them, because I'm like, I don't want to find out, man. Like, I'm one of those dudes, but it's better to know.
Hey, did they grab your balls and make you cough?
They did not. That's when I was a little kid and I played sports.
I had that done in high school.
They did that to me in junior high. You know what I mean? Like turn your head to the left,
Yes.
grab your balls, and then make you cough. They basically want to know if you had a hernia.
Yeah.
That's what that's for. That's what that's for.
That was called molestation. That was legal molestation.
Legal molestation.
I'm like, aren't you supposed to wear gloves? Aren't you supposed to wear gloves? When I got it done, I had a female.
Your teeth chattered.
Their
hands are cold.
I had a lady do the examination, so it was a bit of a, that's back when.
Why is it more embarrassing for a woman? Why? Like, why do you?
I don't know. For me, it was like back, high school's back in the days when like the wind blew the wrong way and you get an erection. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's true.
Exactly. So did you get a hard on, Hefty?
Well, I did a little bit. I remember I was looking away and she went, "Oh my God," and I was like,
"This guy, oh my God,
oh my God!"
Like,
so
I remember when she did it to me. Like, I remember when I did it. She said, "Wow."
No, not like oh my God, and like not like oh my God, it's big, like oh my God, like I can't believe you got hard. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like.
Oh, you got an erection for real?
Like not a full one, but it was, he kind of
chub.
There was blood flowing. There was blood flowing.
I mean, he got a little engorged. You know what I'm saying? And I apologized.
It was a paragordo. It was a paragordo erection.
That's what the person doing the examination said. She's like, "Oh, it happens. Don't worry." And I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Like, well, you're not gonna tell my coach, are you?
You played football? You played football, Hefty?
Yeah, for 9th grade.
Oh, okay. Damn. Yeah, I did that shit my whole life. I remember. I think some doctors do it and some don't. Because I also had physicals where they didn't do it.
After that, my grades were just shot. I did so much school, I couldn't play any sport. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy because my sophomore year I played varsity baseball, and I don't even know how the fuck I was on the team. I had like straight Fs. I would fucking miss school and just go straight to practice. Like I wouldn't go to school at all, and I'd just go to practice. Like I was
you wake up at home, be like, I'm gonna be late for practice.
Yeah, exactly. I was in fuck class. Though it's crazy because I remember I would show up to class, and it felt weird, dude. It just felt weird because I felt like everybody had just moved on. And I was like way behind. But I remember like they kicked me out of all the honors classes. They kicked me out of all the like the enrichment classes. They put me in and I remember we did this exam or something. And I remember the teacher going, "Oh my God, no wonder you never show up. You're bored in my class. This is too easy for you." Like kids who've been there every day, fucking like I scored like way above their ass. Like they tried really hard and studied. And like it's just shit that I already knew. You know what I mean? Like I don't remember I'll be honest with you, I don't remember what the exact, but I remember the teacher telling me that. And it was just I don't know what it was. I don't know why I became rebellious, and I don't know why I became rebellious and why I didn't want to go to class. I don't recall, dude. Honestly,
before high school, my teacher told my mom like they wanted to put me in gifted classes because she told my mom like he just stares out the window and then like but he passes all his exams like
yeah.
And I'm like, but then high school came.
Then they probably thought you're not being challenged.
But what challenged me in high school was, and I'm not. It sounds stupid, but like I was so into like wanting to get a girl, like a girlfriend, and the like party scene and stuff like that. I wanted to sit at the cool kids table because I grew up on '80s movies, so I always wanted to be at that table where it's like the table,
Yeah.
So it took me freshman and sophomore year to get there, but I got there, and it was like. It really wasn't any different.
Well, dude, I coach high school football. One of the biggest mistakes parents make, it's like they push their kids into being something that they weren't.
Yeah.
It's like they want to live through their kids, and it's like you got to take every AP class, and it's like the kid's struggling with regular math, and you want this kid to fucking take like AP calculus or shit. They're struggling in a regular geometry class. Like to me, it's like I tell my kids, and when I say my kids, I'm my players, is I tell them, look, man, I go, if you feel you can do it and you're up to the challenge, do it. But if you're struggling in regular classes, I suggest you don't do it. Because all AP prepares you for is for the AP exam. I go, if you go to a college and take an entrance exam and score high enough, you'll skip classes that you won't have to take if you know your shit. So you don't have to take the AP exam because they think, all the parents, it looks better on your record. It looks better on your resume. Well, it doesn't look better if you got a fucking C and then you didn't pass the test. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't look better. Like, you got to know your kids' limitations. You got to know your kids' strengths and weaknesses. Mm-hmm. And a lot of these parents don't, bro. They just fucking push them. Like, this is going to look better on your, here's going to be for college. It's going to look better for college. You know what looks better for college? Straight A's, community involvement, club membership, athletes. Because they look at it and they go, damn, this fucking kid played sports, had a job, was in student council, fucking did community service, and still got straight A's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas these kids, like, they take all these AP classes, but they don't do shit else.
Yeah, no extracurricular activities, nothing.
Yeah, you gotta be involved, man. You gotta be like a well-rounded student. That's the kind of shit I didn't know when I was fucking in high school. You know, you thought I'll get good grades and I'll go to a good college. It didn't work that way.
That's what I thought. Like, my grades are so shot that I just was like, I guess I'm not going to college, you know?
Yeah, my 9th and 10th grade years were what fucked me up. And those are like the two most important years for college.
Yeah.
Because your senior year really doesn't count for college. I mean, it does and it doesn't, because by your senior year, you're already accepted to the university before your grades even come out.
That's when you're supposed to be doing all your
basically base it on your junior year.
Yeah, they base it.
They base it on that.
Yeah.
Like senior years when you're supposed to be clearing up like your extracurriculars, doing all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're volunteering for.
But some of my players are coming to you, coach. I'm taking 6 AP classes. I'm like, why the fuck are you doing that? And you want to play football? That's like too much. I go, look, man, if you think you can do it, hey, man, shit. You're a better man than I am. You're a better man than anybody I know. If you think you can do it, man. If you like a challenge, fuck. I don't try to deny anybody. I don't tell people. I don't try to direct them to not do it. I just tell them to be real with themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, Fernando. Like, I don't know if you've ever been around those parents. Like, and they'll tell you, "Oh, my son's taking 4 AP classes, and and this and that." And like, they brag about the classes, but they don't tell you the fucking grade they're getting, or they don't tell you that they're not involving themselves in nothing else. All they're taking is classes.
Right, and then the kid's not going to prom, has no friends.
That's what, like, dude, like a kid, like that's another thing. Like, I remember when I was in high school and I played football, and our coach would make us practice these fucking 2-a-days and long, and I'm like, fuck that. I'm a coach now, and I tell the kid, first of all, we can't have 2-a-days, but second of all, my belief is an hour and a half of practice. Get the fuck on, enjoy your summer, kids. Because you're 15, you're 16, you're 17. Dude, that's your summers. Those are the summers you remember when you when you're a teenager. I don't want them saying later on, my fucking summer was taken up because we were at practice from noon to 8 p.m. at night and shit. You know, like, I don't want them thinking about that like 20 years later and shit. Like, that was fucked up. I never got to go anywhere. I never got to do shit.
And we're not even ranked in the CIF.
Yeah, we're not even making playoffs. What the fuck? No, seriously, dude. Like, seriously, like, I was thinking like this summer, I wasn't even gonna practice Friday. I was gonna be on the summer Monday through Thursday, and then have a 3-day weekend. Enjoy your summer, man. Because I know parents like to go places.
For me, I still reminisce on my high school days. Like, even when I'm talking to my nieces and my nephews, I'm like, because now with the whole like everyone like homeschooling. And my niece and nephews are homeschooled. I'm like, I wish you had that. I wish you guys would have that opportunity to have build those memories, you know?
Yeah.
The socialization and, you know, like I still have friends from high school that I talk to, like I consider them family, you know?
Yeah.
And it's hard to do that now.
You know what's weird is I homeschooled my son's 7th grade. He's now in 10th grade. I homeschooled him 7th grade year. And then he said, he didn't like being homeschooled. So I said, all right, I'll put you back in a regular traditional school. and now he's fucking being homeschooled again. Like he's back where he didn't want to fucking be. Like, hey, right. But I told him, hey, the good thing is you got experience with this shit, so it's not gonna be. You know, some of these kids, it's a shock. Like there's nobody pushing them. There's nobody like, you know what I mean? They log on if they want. They log on if they don't. Like I saw. It was funny. Did you guys see that meme somebody posted where it said us ditching in the 80s and it showed two kids jumping the fence?
Yeah.
And then it said,
yes.
It said 20 kids ditching in 2020, camera off, mic off.
Yes, mic off. Right.
In the Zoom.
Like they had that one meme that said, I guess it's the end of snow days because now with Zoom, like you really got to be in school. And then like even with Zoom classes, from what my nephew told me, it's not. You're not even on Zoom for the 8 hours. It's like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then you're off to do your own stuff.
Yeah, they call it. You do synchronous work. That means you and the teacher. It's live, and then there's asynchronous work where the teacher records themselves with instructions, or you watch a video and you do the work on your own. That's how it's handled now. And I don't.
Hey, you know what?
If that was around when I was a kid, I'd be dumb as fuck right now, dude. I'll tell you that much right now.
My daughter, as some of you know, she's at UC Santa Barbara, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't say, but anyway.
No, it's Santa Cruz.
Oh yeah, that's right. Right. You see something or the other. Anyway, she had a professor for some class that how you were saying asynchronous learning, right?
Yeah.
This lady wouldn't even. My daughter was telling me, she goes, "This lady doesn't teach the class. What she does is that she's taking the curriculum from other classes of that subject, right? Like other teachers, and then she records the video, and then she just puts it out there. She doesn't even teach the class herself. Damn. She just wants to, watch this video, kids, of this other professor from some other school.
Wow.
Right? Or the curriculum. Yeah, there's that. And then she also puts up a curriculum like the quizzes, the tests, all that shit from something that she found on Google. And of course, kids are fucking smart, bro. Kids are smart.
They'll find that shit
out. That if she, they find that shit, and they found the answers to that shit because she took the quizzes from Google. Well, if she took the quizzes from Google, the answers are on Google. So all these fucking kids were getting like acing the fucking quizzes, and that's how that teacher figured it out that they had found the answers.
Now let me ask you something.
All of them were fucking getting.
If you had now let me ask you something. If you had a hot teacher, do you think kids send a dick pic maybe like privately or some shit like?
You know what? I had a hot English teacher in ninth grade.
Like, is this worth an A?
No, she's like, no, it's just worth the D.
You failed, motherfucker. You failed. Worth the D. That's only 30%. Oh, that's only 30% of what my expectations.
Right, well, let me ask you. All right,
he's out telling the teacher. He's out telling the teacher, I got straight A's. This D won't hurt you.
Oh shit! If you were a teacher, if you were a college teacher, we're gonna go with college. All right. So now these girls are over 18, and you're a college professor.
Oh no!
And you know where this is going, right?
Yeah.
And if a girl comes up to you and she's super smoking hot, and she's like, "I really need to pass this class. I will do anything you want me to do. Anything you want me to do. And all you have to do is give me a fucking C." Would you have sex with it?
I would be like, anything you want me to do your fucking homework. That's all I want you to do. You know what I'm saying?
She'd be washing my car every week.
Fucking laundry.
Hey, she probably would rather have sex than wash my fucking car. I'll tell you that.
I'd have my house be like nicely painted, backyard. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He made
anything. Yeah,
he made me wash his car. I told him I'd do anything. He made me wash his car.
He made me rototiller his yard.
He made me hook him up with my mom. What the fuck?
He made me build his furniture from IKEA.
He made me.
Well, fuck, bitch. If you can build the furniture from IKEA, then you know physics and you know geometry and you know trigonometry. Because that shit.
And Swedish apparently.
And Swedish.
Swedish? Why Swedish?
There's your. Well, because IKEA, some of their instructions.
Oh yeah. Well, right.
In the past they were in Swedish. Now they don't even have words. Now
pictures.
They just have pictures. Yeah, pictures and arrows. Like this motherfucker.
Save money.
That motherfucker.
Pictures, arrows, and numbers.
Save money. Save money, dude.
They're like 7 in square, and you're just like, what the hell?
They do sell some bomb-ass Swedish meatballs at IKEA.
Do they? I know they sell meatballs, but I've never had them.
Me neither. I've never had them. I've been to IKEA maybe when I was married. We used to go to IKEA a lot, but since then, I think I've been to IKEA maybe once or twice, like during my singleness.
IKEA is one of those places that just we don't have one. First of all, like too close to us. Is there one around here?
Right.
What's the nearest one?
I think
Cerritos for
the nearest
me.
one is in
Cerritos for you?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
There's an IKEA in Cerritos. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was. I thought the nearest.
So there's not one in the IE?
Carson.
Not an IKEA. Not that I know of.
See, they don't want Latinos there, bro. That's what they're trying to say and shit. Because the only other one I know is in Burbank.
That's a big one in Burbank too.
Oh yeah,
hey,
that's right.
That'd be a smart thing for Latinos, like the one instead of hanging out in front of Home Depot, hang out in front of IKEA. Yo te lo armo.
with the whistle.
Hey, yo te lo armo. El desk.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean Cerrito. I meant Covina. Covina's the closest one for me.
Oh right, Covina. That's right.
I was like Cerritos.
Yeah,
it might be one Cerritos.
No,
Covina.
There's no IKEA in Cerritos, man.
No,
I would know.
It was Covina. It's Covina.
That's the closest to you. That's crazy because you're in Mobile. That's far.
And it's far. It's worse when you don't have a pickup truck. You gotta put everything in the back seat.
Well, it sucks not having a pickup truck, man. It fucking sucks, man. You ever have sex in the back of a pickup truck?
No, I've had sex in the back of in the bucket seats of a pickup truck.
What? Those little ones that fold down?
Well, no, like that. Well, technically, you fold the two front seats all the way back.
Oh, okay.
Like the captain's chairs, and then like you got pretty much like a twin size bed.
God damn! Oh, that was my first time. My first time was in the back of a little pickup truck.
But I was a lot thinner back then. One time, I used to have an Econoline van, right?
Ooh, nice.
Econoline van. That's a rape machine, bro. Come on.
That's a what machine?
I'm gonna tell you a
rape
story.
Machine. The rape machine.
So one time, me and my girlfriend, we ditched high school, right? And we went to go park because we had like the fold out couch. Like you would pull out the back couch because it was a couch, and it would become a bed, right? So like, oh, we're gonna fucking. So we were like, we were doing it. But we didn't put the windows down in the car because we didn't want people to think there was someone in the car. So it was summertime. So we were like getting dehydrated in the car. Like when we were done, everyone was like, "Why you feel so weak and dizzy?" I'm like, "I don't feel good, like nauseous and stuff." Dude, we were baking inside the car, bro. Straight up.
The shit you do as a young kid, as a young person. I remember one time. This is funny. Like, you would try to find any place to fucking have your little relations. I remember being in a car at the beach and all the windows fogged up. All the windows fogged up. And I remember finally putting the window down and two dudes were looking over going, two paisas, bro. Two paisas.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, shit.
I had a 1987 Nissan Pulsar with T-tops, and I remember we were doing it.
Cool.
God damn, that's a little ass car, dude.
We were doing it in that car, and I remember I was super thin. Like I was like 215, 220.
Okay, but you're tall, so that's fucking 215. How tall are you? You're about what? 6 foot?
5'11".
5'11". Yeah, 6 foot.
So and I remember like we were doing it one time, and I remember this car passed by and it was just like, "Brr, brr, brr, brr," like, and it honked at us, and I was just like, oh,
it was like a
shit.
freaking hip hop song.
Because all we had were the sun blockers with the sunglasses on it that you would put in the front sheet of the. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
In the back, back it said, "In case of emergency, call 911."
Oh yeah.
That's all we had.
How about you, Fernando? What was the craziest place?
When I was in, well, I don't know about the craziest place. I don't know about the craziest, but talking about that sort of thing. When I was in high school, with my high school girlfriend at the time, I had only one girlfriend throughout the whole high school, my whole high school career. You know what I mean? So 4 fucking years basically.
Damn.
And I remember my aunt was staying with us at here at the house, and I would ask her all the time, can I borrow your car? And she's like, yeah. So I would go out with my girlfriend, whatever, right? And I remember there was this place. Oh, it's still there actually. It's like a little dead end street, but it was like a long dead end street, and at the very end they had a factory where they would make colored sand, like the colored sand that you've been to those places where you can put like colored sand in a bottle and make it like decorative.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's where they make it. Yeah, that's where they make it. They would make it here. They would put dye in the sand and shit like that, right?
Okay.
Anyway, so I took her there. It's a little dead end street by the railroad track. It's a little factory. There's no people out there. I took her there so we can get our freak on, right? And so she's like, all right. So she's going down on me, right? And so picture this in your mind. Picture this in your fucking mind, all right? So I'm leaning back in the chair, right, the driver's seat. She's going to town, and then I have my head back, and I'm like, yeah, I'm enjoying it. And all of a sudden, I get this bright fucking light right in my face. Ooh. So of course, I open my eyes, and there's a cop car, right? And it was a cop car, and it was 2 brothers, 2 black cops, because I heard their voices, and they were obviously black, right?
Yeah.
So one of them is like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" Right? And I was like, "Oh, you know what? I'm just hanging out. I'm just hanging out."
I'm just hanging out.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out. Just chilling here. And at that point, her head pops up from my lap, bro, and the fucking cops start laughing their asses off.
I'm just hanging out.
They're busting up. Yeah, I'm just hanging out. But I was like, I was kind of hoping she would get the idea. But yeah, she comes up. The cops see her. They start fucking laughing. Bro, honestly speaking, she comes up, and I think she even went like this, and the cops start fucking laughing. And one of them
disgusting,
is like, hey,
Fernando. How could you?
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. This is a PG show. And I remember one of the cops was like, "Come on, bro, take her to a fucking hotel room." And I was like, "Hey, I'm fucking broke, man. You know what I mean? I'm in high school. I don't have a fucking job, But that was funny. I got caught by the cops. Yeah, that was fucking funny.
Damn. You ever get caught by the cops?
Where I
got caught by a security guard once at a club.
A club?
Yeah, there was like a little bar/club, and we went outside to the parking lot in my car, and we were doing it in the car. And same thing that you said, like all of a sudden, it just like the tap on the window and the light, and then we were just like, and he's like, "You guys can't do this here. Like, go on, take it home." And I was just like, "Oh my god!" Like, and then she was just like, "Oh my god, he saw me naked." And I was like, I'm sure he was watching for a while before he decided to tap on the glass.
What you should have said,
exactly.
What you should have said was, "I can't go home. My mom's there." That's what you should have said.
That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
That's why we're here.
My mom's there, dude.
What if he would have tapped on the window? He's like, "Si tu novio no te mama el culo."
Oh shit,
bro.
I'm gonna be thinking about that shit like that little troll movie where this song's gonna get stuck inside you, or this song's gonna get stuck inside. Have you heard that song?
No. I've never watched a troll movie.
Oh, Troll Part 2. They say this song's gonna get stuck inside you, or this song's gonna get stuck inside your head. And fucking sure enough, dude, for 2 days, fucking song was
Baby Shark.
Yes.
Oh, like Baby Shark. I used to hate that because when I was working at the park, like when we were doing the picnics, it was all we had a game to Baby Shark, and I loathed the song. But I have to be when I'm with the kids. I got to be like, da, 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 da. And I'll be all joyous and happy doing it. But like Trolls, I haven't babysat my niece, my little niece. She's 8. I haven't watched her for a while, like for an extended period of time, because usually she usually gets this movie, and it's like I've watched. I'm a big Scooby Doo fan. I even got a tattoo, but
let me see the Scooby Doo tattoo. I can't see it. Hold it up again.
There it is, back here.
Oh, okay. Well, look, you have to hold it up and make a noise, bro, because you're not highlighted. All I see is Cisco. All right. All right. Well, fuck it. I believe you.
Go ahead. Put it up.
There. Bam. You see? I don't know if you can see it. See it?
Oh, you actually have Scooby Doo tattooed to your fucking body.
I do.
Well, over here.
All right.
Where are you? Over here.
My niece loved that movie Scoob when it came out, so I watched that countless times. You know, it was like she watches like these. Like I watched the Beauty and the Beast, the live version, so many times. It's ridiculous, dude. I've watched it so many times. I actually like the movie now. I've actually watched it on my own at my house. Like, I'll just watch Beauty and the Beast.
Fuck that. My wife and I are Beauty and the Beast. I'm the Beast.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you covered because I thought you were gonna go somewhere else with that shit.
I thought you were gonna.
Exactly right. Like I was in trouble.
Hey, so Hefty, what do you think's gonna happen with comedy, man? After this whole shit, this whole COVID thing, man.
I don't know, man. They're doing a lot of those drive-in shows. Like, right, I just got booked to do my second show since the whole COVID thing happened. But it's not even a live. It's a live stream show.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like 10 comics, 10 minutes each. And I actually got to drive out to, Castaic Lake. Is that what North Hollywood?
Yeah. No, Castaic Lake? No, dude.
That's past Magic Mountain, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not that one. Not that one then.
There.
I got it confused. Well, I got to go out that way. It's like an hour and some change from me.
That's far, man.
But I'm like, at this point, I'm like, I just want to, I got a book. I got like half a notebook of new material. I just want to.
Now, what if you drive an hour and a half and catch COVID?
That'd be horrible, right?
That's so
it can't be any worse than driving an hour and a half, 2 hours to a show, and then you get to the show and they tell you, oh, the show got canceled. No one called you. And I'm like, fuck.
Oh, yeah, that never happened to me. Fuck. I'd be pissed if some shit like that happened. Fuck that.
That actually, I just did a post about that. Me and Luis Villasenor, we drove out to the show in LA. It was like an hour and a half for us. And we were sitting there waiting for the show to start. Like, no one was showing up. Like, no audience. And then the booker comes up and he's like, oh, we're just going to cancel the show. I'll get you guys on the next one. And I was just like.
Just recent? Recent?
No. This is like 8-9 years ago.
Oh, yeah. No,
so I was like, no, recently.
People don't know about that. People don't know about the shit that happens. Like when people just, it's look, man, booking a show is hard because people will cancel on you. Like comics, they'll cancel on you. That's why you got to know the comedians. There's comedians who book several shows and then they take the best offer. So if you say, but here's the thing. If you get booked to do a show, your excuse can never be, well, you're not paying me or you're not paying me a lot, because you knew that when the day you accepted to be in the show.
Yeah, especially that, especially because usually a booker will tell you, I could give you like some gas money or something. If you accept it, then you're pretty much, in my eyes, bound to do the show. I'm not gonna lie, I have called off of a show when I've had like, let's say I was doing a show on a Saturday night and it was $30, right?
Yeah.
Or even free. And then I get someone like calls me and they're like, hey, can you do like a last minute wedding or something? It's going to pay you, $1,200. Yeah. I'm gonna be like, hey, I can't make the comedy show. You know what I'm saying?
Right, of course.
Yeah, if you and the thing is, if you're giving me $30, That means you don't really need me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That's the way I'm gonna look at it. If you gonna give me 30, if you just said, "Hey, I got gas," then you don't really need me. Don't tell me, "Oh man, I really need you." No, because if you really needed me, the money would have been more.
Yeah.
None of this
Absolutely.
fucking, you know.
Especially when you look at the flyer, the promotion, and it's like 15 comics on the show, like, and then you're gonna give me grief, like, "Oh, bro, you're gonna leave me hanging like that." I'm like, just extend everyone's set 2 minutes, and you got me covered.
Exactly.
15 comics. Exactly. It's like you were gonna leave me hanging. Oh my god, no, dude. Yeah, this shit's crazy. The whole, protesting. They're still protesting, huh? You just don't hear about it as much. Right. Here's what bothers the thing that bothers me about all the protesting, about the Black Lives Matter protesting stuff.
Hey, before you start, let me log off real quick. I gotta take my dog out to use the potty.
Go ahead, handle it, man.
All right, man.
Yeah.
But
all right, I'll try to come back if you guys are on.
Go ahead.
All right.
But some of the things that bother me, Fernando, is that now, like, this really bugs me. I hate Latinos, because that's the majority that I know, that get involved in shit because white people are involved. I see that a lot. A lot of the people now with their Black Lives Matters and all that, and they're claiming it and this and that, never gave a shit until they saw other people getting involved. And now they want to be a part of it. Now they want to. I've been talking about this shit for a long time, bro. I've been talking this shit about injustice in everything. I've been talking about it in comedy. I talked about it so much that I know for a fact I've been blackballed in several places because of bringing up the fact that Latinos and people of color, not just Latinos, we get discriminated against. That they give us a Sunday and a Monday and a Tuesday, because they know those are their slow nights, and we're gonna fill it up for them, and it isn't, that doesn't matter. It's cool, It's not being ungrateful, You're grateful for whatever you get, but when people ask you, "Hey, how come you're not Fridays and Saturdays at the Improv? How come you're not?" Because it's all white comedians. Let's be honest, even black guys. It's all white. If they if they put you on, you're the only Latino on the show, because if they put two, it's now Latino night. If they put two black guys, it's now urban night. If they put two Asians, it's now Asian night. If they put two females, it's a ladies night. A lot of people don't know the shit that we've gone through, the discrimination we've gone through, bro. By club owners and club managers. We've gone through a lot. And what bothers me is nobody ever said shit. Nobody ever says shit because they're scared to get blackballed. Me, I don't give a fuck. You're not booking me anyways. Dude, I used to get booked at the Improv, the Comedy Store, the Laugh Factory a lot. Like, all the time. I'm a paid regular at all of them. But I started opening my mouth, and not just for myself. When I did it, it was for everybody, not just for myself. Honestly, dude, I said, fuck it. If I can make a difference and more people, I want to see more Latinos, though. I don't want to see one Latino. I already see that. I want to see 2 Latinos on your weekend show, or 3, funny motherfuckers, whatever. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck.
No, you're right. You're right.
Because nobody else says shit, Fernando. Right. Nobody else says shit.
Yeah.
Everybody stays quiet. And all we do is, I hate the fact that a lot, like, for the longest, and, and we've always tried to be, Latinos have always tried to be the white people's favorite. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
I kind of get what you're trying to say. And I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
What I've noticed is that a lot of Latinos, what they try to do, of course, is they try to fit in, or they try to assimilate.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. But I see what you're saying is that they try to be. Yeah, I know. I get it. I know what you're saying.
Like before they speak on anything, it's like, well, let me find out how white people feel about this. before I say something. So now that more white people have come out with the Black Lives Matter and this and that, now people come out, oh yeah, it's okay to say it now because they said it and he said it and she said it. Now I'm gonna get involved. Whereas if I go on your timeline on your Twitter or whatever, I bet you I won't find shit of you saying anything because this shit's been going on forever. This shit didn't just start this year. This is when it finally popped and people just got sick of it. But the reality, this shit's been going on for a long time. Of course. But people won't say nothing because they feel like it threatens their career. And they're like, oh, like, motherfucker, you don't have a career. You don't have a fucking career. We don't have a career, bro. We don't. No, we gotta go do other shit. Right. How many Latinos actually make a living doing comedy? I'm talking about like the headliners. How many?
I can think of maybe 2.
Oh, there's more than that. Like 4 or 5. I can think of. Yeah. Gabriel, Felipe, George.
Gabriel. Yes.
Mencia. That's 4.
That's 4. That's it.
I mean,
Paul Rodriguez, maybe.
He's I mean, he's got money from movies and shit like that from way back. Yeah. But making a living just off comedy ain't too many, dude.
No, you're right. Ain't too many.
I mean, there's a few younger cats and shit that do it, but yeah, bro, there ain't too many. And nobody says shit. Like nobody says shit. Like you're all afraid. We're all afraid for them to come, that's it. And I don't give, like I said, I don't give a fuck, man. I can do other shit, and I'm happy doing other shit, and I'm happy doing my little, comedy shows at a bar somewhere or at a restaurant or somebody's backyard. I have fun. I get up for that just as much as I get up for an improv show or a comedy club show. Dude, I got banned from a comedy club in Texas because of this.
No way.
Like the owner was fucking loving me. He said he was gonna make me a star, and in Texas because he loved the way I did my bilingual act and the Spanglish shit. It's big in Texas and this and that. He's a right-wing owner. He's a right-winger. I said one thing that he didn't like. That was it. He wasn't fucking with me no more. That he had even given me. He started paying me more. Was booking me more to headline, to go do shows. Yeah, después, that was it, bro. Because of one thing I said, and I'm like, damn, dude. That's when I realized, like, we're at their mercy. If we don't do something they don't like, done, bro. You're done.
Yeah, you're right.
Yet we don't care. But then we want to shout out Black Lives Matter and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's different. I know it has to do with, people getting killed, people being, people dying, which is fucked up. But I'm talking about rights overall, dude, all across the board, man. I don't know, like, where you work in the hospital, but are Latinos the majority or the minority?
There are very, very few Latinos in the hospital.
I bet you the custodial staff is Latino.
Yes, they are. Absolutely.
And that's everywhere. That's everywhere,
just about everywhere. Yeah, our custodial staff. We have a very, very few Latinos working in surgery, but there are a few. I can think of maybe, like a handful, 4 or 5.
But what do you think is the answer, Fernando, for us? What do you think is the answer, dude? Could we ever be self-sustainable? Could we ever be self-sustainable? Could we ever shop at our own stores, create our own wealth, create our own communities? Where we have, right? Basic kind of, like, but like we still leave our area to go do other shit. Maybe because it's not offered where we live.
Right. Yeah, that's a great question, man. And yeah, I do believe that we can have our own shit, and because look at what that's what black people did, bro. Black people, they weren't getting booked on movies. They weren't getting, whatever. And they just went out and did their own shit. They made their
Tyler
own
Perry,
movies.
bro. We don't have a Tyler
Tyler
Perry.
Perry's one of them.
We don't have a
But
Tyler Perry.
before Tyler Perry, right? But before Tyler Perry, there was another guy, man. What was that guy's name? He did Hollywood Shuffle.
Oh, Robert Townsend.
Robert Townsend. Yeah, that dude. He did a lot of shit. He put
In Living
together a lot of
Color.
shit. Right. Yeah, exactly. Keenan Ivory Wayans, the Wayans brothers. They put together the whole family. You know what I mean? They started doing a lot of shit. And you're right. We don't have anything like that. We don't. But I mean, they were not getting the jobs. They weren't getting booked, and they just said, "Fuck it, let's just do our own shit." And they did their own shit. We have to do that too. The problem is that we have to do that, and at the same time, it has to be transcendent. You know what I mean? It has to be accepted by everybody, because that's what happened with the black shows.
Yeah.
Everyone's watching it. It was funny. You know what I mean? It's not a black audience.
Well,
What
we
I
gotta stop
don't
doing
like-
every movie's gotta stop being about a fucking cholo.
Exactly.
Like, I get it. We're proud of where we come from. It's part of our upbringing. But why does every movie have to be about a cholo?
cholos, right?
A cholo or an illegal immigrant.
Right. Exactly.
See?
You
we're over there shucking and jiving, man. Hey, like fucking, so we can get booked, so that, hey, like I said, because we want to be the favorite. No, man, we can create our own shit. We're talented. And look at Televisa from Mexico, man. They're successful. All the novelas you watch, Channel 34, whatever, they're all from Mexico. They're Mexican actors. They got their own shit. We can do that here in English. And still and we have Latinos from everywhere, not just fucking Mexican, from everywhere.
Yeah, but they don't count, bro.
That's fucked up.
No, I'm just kidding.
Don't be saying that, because then we get in trouble for that shit.
Like those fuckers from Ecuador. You know what I mean? Fuck those people.
Well, fuck it, bro. Let's wrap this up, man.
I'm only saying. All right, let's wrap it up, man.
Yeah. Thank you guys, man. Those of you guys that hung out there. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying thank you to Hefty, Don Hefty, who had to take his dog out to take a shit before she takes a shit in his house. He probably won't come back tonight, but thank you to Hefty very much. Thank you, Cisco. I appreciate every fucking show that we do. I have a great time.
Yeah, thank you, everybody watching. Check you guys next time. Man, shit. All right, man. So remember, Donkey Show, Muy Funny Network. Follow us.
That's right.
The Fernandelicious, homiecisco.